Hello, hello. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. I just hooked up a microphone so you guys can kind of hear me live. Okay, so it seems to be working, I guess. I have the drone up. It's got 18 minutes left of battery life, and then I'm gonna bring it down, change the battery, and go back up. So it's currently 1:30 in the morning here in Grandavik, Iceland. We are currently based just off Route 43 that leads to Grandavik, which is completely closed due to the lava. It has overflown again since the previous eruption, and now this current eruption has completely covered 43 again, which closes down the roads leading to Grandavik. I did check today though that I was heading towards, I took 44 from Keflavik around the peninsula, down 44, and then coming around into 425, and you can still access Grandavik that way, but not to the public. It's only accessible to certain personnel. Oh, a lava pond collapsed. Okay. Yeah, I'm just getting the some of the scoops at the right now at the moment. Yeah, although the lava walls are helping a lot, is what I hear. One of the things I noticed was there was a farm not too close. It was actually really close coming into Grandavik, and that's completely abandoned now. There's I guess like an earthquake that broke it in half, and yeah, it looked pretty crappy. Knowing from what I remember in Grandavik, when everything was normal. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I was talking to someone today, and it's like it's down to this cone. I think there's this main cone, this main crater, and then there might be a small one somewhere to the left or to the right, maybe behind that mountain. But usually, like within a week or two, if this pattern continues, it's kind of like this will probably shut down. It won't have the intensity as before. Because what did the last eruption last? About maybe a month, maybe less, and then things build up again, and then we got this eruption. So I have, let me see, I have 13 minutes on the drone until I change the battery. I'm gonna probably start charging another battery. And I think the Blue Lagoon was also closed today versus yesterday, which was open. So if you're coming to Iceland and you want to go to the Blue Lagoon, it's very like on and off. Only pass holders that have tickets, which you buy like online, they you're gonna get a voucher, and then you'll be able to access the Blue Lagoon when it's open through this 43 road that I'm at. But you're gonna need a voucher to pass, which will get you closer to the volcano, but you won't be able to see it unless you. I noticed if you go to the second deck of the Blue Lagoon building, you might be able to see the crater a little bit, which is the closest out of anything that's around here, besides this drone shot, like this live drone view, which I'm using a lens to get closer. But in order to maintain as much battery life as I can to continue the stream, I kind of have to hover it, and not move it at all, and just get as much battery life as I can, and then just use a lens to get a closer shot. Yeah, the flow is going to create a lot of problems. The power plant and the Blue Lagoon, all those areas are kind of like in the way. Can you look at the berm? So let me see. Right now, I'm gonna pan to the right a little bit, so we get an idea of what we're looking at. So I'm gonna zoom out because I've been zooming in. So here's 43. This is Route 43 that leads into Grandavik. And you could see there that it's completely lava over. The whole lava has completely closed off and ate the road. And you could see little spots of live lava right there to the bottom, to the right. If I zoom in a little bit closer, that's all lava that's active, crossing over 43. And then you could see the road as it winds and then leads into Grandavik. And then to the right, you could see the power plant and then the Blue Lagoon. All the way over there. That's the Blue Lagoon. So that's in danger right now, the power plant, which is right there. As you can see, the lava is flowing over. Yeah, apparently, from what I heard, is the wall is helping. Yeah, without the wall, it would be very difficult. So it would have been the lava would have been going everywhere. So at least right now there is some kind of direction, but I guess lava tends to go anywhere. I was here for the 2021 eruption, and they tried making uh, one of the first walls when the first eruption happened in 2021, and it was it took another turn, and then it turned into a lava flow, kind of like a water flow, and it sped up. So, but I know this time around it's been more of a massive wall construction that is helping at least the city of Grandavik a bit, the power plant and the Blue Lagoon. All right, so I'm gonna bring the drone down because it's gonna start beeping, and I'm gonna swap the battery. I'll be right back. All right, let's go get that drone. All right, battery number 1 is gone. Change it. Put battery number 2. Drone is turning on. All right, let's go back into the base, to the base station, the command center. And we're taking off. And drone feed should be coming up in a few seconds. There it is. I'm gonna have to put another few batteries up because that's the one thing about batteries. They don't last long, especially the drone batteries. So, where are you guys watching from? So I know where we're getting some viewerships. Toronto. Nice. Haven't been back to Toronto in a long time. How's the weather up there? Or I should say down there. Gotta swivel this chair really quick. Thunderstorms. Oh yeah, thunderstorms. Yeah, there's been a lot of crazy thunderstorms in the Midwest in the U.S. Lots of tornado and hail. Pretty crazy weather. I'm gonna make some mate, which is like this tea. The thing is, I don't think I have any more hot water. I don't know. Do you guys know what mate is? Yerba mate. Actually, I might have some left. It's a good energetic tea. I like the heat. I tend to gravitate towards heat, summer weather. I can handle. I kind of like the no AC thing because, I mean, sometimes you need it definitely, but the AC, it's like this. It's a fake, like it's a fabricated cold air, which sometimes is not good. So sometimes I like to put a fan on and circulate the air because sometimes the AC gets you sick. It looks like the yerba mate looks like like matcha, correct? But it's not as fine. It's not powdery. It's more like a thicker, chopped up herbal tea leaf, and it has different kinds of properties in there. But since I just came from Argentina, I was actually in the Patagonia for a couple of months. I was down there doing some stuff, and that's all I drank. That's all they drank over there. I mean, it's like a gathering thing too. So let me see here. I'm gonna check this. This one's ready to go. This battery's done. So I'm gonna have to hook it up soon. I got the laptop back running with the battery. I thought it was gonna die. It was like a 4%, and then I hooked it up to one of the 12-volt converters. Could definitely use like a bigger battery or something that has a lot more voltage. I'm gonna see if I can get something, maybe these coming days or something. If this continues and I keep doing some of these live feeds. I just put like a noise suppression on the microphone because it might have been, maybe you heard some background noise. So give me like, let me know if the background noise uh is canceled and now you just hear my voice coming out from the microphone or from your speakers. Maybe it helps. Maybe it doesn't. Or maybe it's the same. Check the door.is and see if there's any more information. By the way, today was a beautiful day. As you can see, there's not that much wind from the smoke, because in the last 5 days there was some incredible wind conditions here in the island. It was mostly in the north east, a little bit in the south, and then we had it here in the west, but not too much. But today is actually really good weather, wind regarding wind. It's beautiful. It's almost zero wind. That's why my battery's holding up, and you're not hearing too much craziness happening. Yeah. So thanks about Miss Lobo, because I was just checking because my microphone was kind of having that uh, sudden. Every time I stopped speaking, it was having like that volume up kind of thing because it was like background music or background noise. So I put this little filter to clear that. Um, and I'm also using like a little, what do they call, like a dead cat thing on the microphone, so it absorbs the wind if there's any. I mean, there's hardly nothing, but I'm glad it works. Also, like I was saying, like if it was windy out here, it would be a disaster. But I think this microphone holds up pretty good with the wind. So right now on the drone battery, I have 25 minutes. Yeah, the fuzzy thing on the it's called, yeah, the dead cat. They call it like a little. It looks like a little furry ball on the microphone. And then like you were saying for with the drone, it'll probably get, yeah, super noisy when the thing comes and lands. That's the one thing that might be super noisy. But hopefully it'll clear it up next time I swap the battery. It'll lower down a little bit of that crazy noise coming from the drone. So let's see. Let's see if there's any ISO updated June 8th. I wanted to check the doors eruption update. Um, Let me see what it says here. June 8th. 8. Continuing activity in one crater, which remains relatively stable. Last night, the lava flow increased north of Slengingerfell and towards Grandavik. The lava tongue reached the road around 10:30 this morning. The front of the lava field is about 800 meters away from the hot water pipelines. So there you go. That's one of the key things. The front of the lava field is about 800 meters away from the hot water pipelines. And yeah, that's what they just updated today. It can be concluded that the current surge is over, but is expected that it will continue to move slowly forward. The situation will be closely monitored, and another surge cannot be ruled out in the coming days. Interesting. Oh, yeah, 1:30 in the morning. Sorry, two o'clock. It's two o'clock in the morning here in Iceland. I'm still not feeling sleepy though. I'm not in the current state of like I just want to go to sleep. That hasn't hit me yet. Let me see. Let's check wind conditions for tomorrow. And everything looks pretty good tomorrow as far as winds. Are very calm throughout the entire island. There are some sections in the east coast, but the majority of the island looks pretty calm, stable winds tomorrow throughout the entire day, which is great. Let me see volcanic gases, gas pollution forecast. Let's see what it says. Not much, but it looks like it's gonna shift based on the wind movement. It's gonna shift towards the east, southeast, along the coast mostly, going into cell falls, but more towards the water, more towards the ocean. So nothing crazy. All right, so I wanted to put this battery, but I'm gonna have to switch it. I have to replug my laptop because it's gonna die again. So like right now I'm swapping between plugs. Still have 19 minutes on the drone battery until I swap the third battery. Check roov.is. See if there's anything going on there. Here's the pond collapsed article. The flow suddenly increased from Sunnook's crater series this morning, and lava flowed over Grandavik. Openings in the defenses, I guess the walls were filled in, and the Blue Lagoon was closed. This was today, June 8th. Let me see. Lava flowed over Grandavik, Jurvig, shortly before 11 o'clock this morning after the flow from the Sunnook's crater series suddenly increased. This is information coming from an officer for the civil defense here in Iceland. Jordis says that it is possible to fill the opening that was in the defenses, the walls at Grandavik, Jurvig. In this time this morning, before 8 o'clock, it became clear that a pond north of the crater had collapsed, and therefore lava erupted there north Seiling Garfell. So it was clear that we had to act and close the defenses, says Jordis. There was no need to evacuate the town, but it was decided to close the Blue Lagoon. So the Blue Lagoon is still open. It was open on the 7th yesterday, and there is traffic going in and out, but again, it's very risky. Still very risky. Like I wouldn't. I don't know if I would go to the Blue Lagoon if it opens up tomorrow. You know, like I feel it's such a risky spot to be in, especially like if there's like magma or some kind of chamber or some kind of pool underneath where there's lava flowing. You know, so I don't know. I guess it's still safe in a way, but that's all part of the same, I guess, system where I mean that water's feeding up from somewhere. But I know they're not getting the same traffic as like let's say a normal day. You know, on a normal day it was crazy. The Blue Lagoon is absolutely filled with people. Yeah, it's just I mean even yeah, Grandavik as well. It's just that whole area now. Look, I've been coming I've seen the since 2021 when the first eruption happened in Fragalasfjall. Uh that was obviously the beginning, but it didn't seem that it was unstable in a way. Like this whole area. It's just looking in one spot, and it was kind of far away from from Grandavik and all that. Grandavik became the town where everybody would end up camping out. All the tents were there. Uh, Restaurants were filled. Uh, you would pump gas there, wash your car if you had to. All kinds of. That was the town, So 2021, 2022, and then yeah, by 2023, 2024, just that's when things just became just crazy. Everything just started becoming as far as the region is concerned, and distance and scale and region, everything just started becoming more and more unstable. And now we're getting there's eruptions every month or every few months. I don't know, like that's the one thing based on the pattern, if the eruption will continue to happen faster. So when this ends, when this cone shuts down and it builds up again, pressure builds up again, and it erupts, will it be will the pattern uh, go in a faster pace, meaning like more eruptions within a short period of time, or maybe a lot more openings per eruption? So maybe instead of one fissure, you have like five fissures opening up in different areas where it just kind of illuminates the whole region. I don't know. It's just some of the predictions I'm making. I mean, as far as the eruption, it's still the same chain, right? It's still. I mean, if you come here and you drive around this whole area on the Reykjanes Peninsula, you could see that it's one huge, just lava field because of the. I guess when this happened, um, years and years and years and years ago, this same, I guess, scenario where it's constantly erupting, it was doing the same thing, and then it just went to sleep for a long time, and now it's just back up. It's has awakened, and but it woke up slowly, right? So it was like every year there was an eruption, and now it's every month there's an eruption. So if the pattern continues, is it going to be now every day an eruption, or every week, let's say? So from a year to months to weeks and then to days. I mean, that's just going to be something very, very disturbing, especially this area here. Let's not just say um, the city of Grandavik. You also have Keflavik. All right, so I got 9 minutes. Drone battery, and once this thing starts beeping, we'll go get the drone and swap the battery. We are looking south across the flow field. Yeah, so right now we're facing south, correct? We're literally facing Grandavik. To the just to the right is where Grandavik is, off the right of the screen. And that when I panned was Route 43 that leads into Grandavik. There seems to be like some crazy eruption activity happening right now on the left part of the crater. I don't know if there's. I think a wall broke down, a wall collapsed or something on the crater because you could see the lava flow coming much more. So there might have been like some kind of collapse or something broke. All right, so there's the sign that the battery is running low. I have 5 minutes, but this noise is very annoying. So I'm just gonna bring it down, land it, and then swap the battery. This is well, it's made for what it's supposed to do. The noise is to annoy you and to tell you that you need to change the battery. So for that, reason, it's perfect. It's kind of like the noise is kind of like when you have to put your seatbelt and it just keeps beeping until you put your seatbelt on and lock it. This is like the same thing. It'll get worse, or just it will annoy you. It's a tone that annoys you to make it clear that you have to change the battery, or that the battery's running out of juice. All right, so drone view should be coming up in just a few seconds. There you go. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to see if I can get more batteries, so we can have one more left. But I don't think it's gonna last a good while. So tomorrow I'm gonna try to get more. So someone was from Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. It was someone from Brazil that tuned in. Yeah, but babies cry when you gotta change their diapers. That's that noise. Yeah, the thing is the a human versus a a controller that has a battery. Eventually, the controller will run out of battery, which will stop the beeping, but the human won't. So it does look like, I think the crater, either lava is overflowing. If you look at the screen and you see the left side of the crater, I don't know if the lava is overflowing or a piece of the rim or the edge of the crater collapsed inwards, which is releasing more lava now towards the left. It is currently 2:22 in the morning, June 9th, Sunday, here in Iceland. 15 minutes of battery life on the drone. We are looking south into Grandavik towards the volcano. So south over those mountains is the ocean, the coast of Grandavik. It is really calm here. Um, just behind me, it's a beautiful. Actually, I just looked at. There's a beautiful sunset. If you want to, maybe I could show you that. Time being. So if we pan over, I'm gonna go towards the left. That's the remaining of the field, the lava field that's coming. That's going north. So you can see all that black. But if I keep going, it's gonna go around. Zoom out. We're gonna see Kaler. That's Kaler. That was the eruption. That was Litli Hator in last year, around there. What was there erupted? And you can see the sky is getting much pinker and orange. There's Reykjavik, the city of Reykjavik down there. And the beautiful coast, west coast of Iceland. There is 41. That's the main highway that connects Keflavik and Reykjavik. That's along the coast, that Reykjanes Peninsula. So that's all 41. And here's this beautiful sunset that I was telling you about. So it's two. Like, think about it. It's 2 in the morning, and we are just getting this, I would say, afterglow of the sunset. So just so you guys get another view of what's happening here in Iceland. This is during the June time of the year, where we get more sunlight, or more days, more light in the days, and we experience these beautiful sunsets on a clear day. Obviously, there's not a lot of sun here or clear days. Temperature. What's the temperature right now? It's not that cold, even at this time. This morning, I should say. It's 40 degrees, 40 degrees Celsius. I'm sorry, that's not, that wouldn't be right. It's 40 degrees Fahrenheit. -5 Celsius. But yeah, gorgeous sunset. I'm gonna do a whole 360 so you could see the entire coast. And what you're looking at, those mountains in the middle of the screen, we're looking at mostly like the what is this the Heldner area of the. There's like a big volcano there actually, and it should be around where I'm pointing at. So it's another peninsula in Iceland. And the sky is getting really, it's much nicer now here with the clouds. And right over this, and there's the volcano. That's the volcano I was talking about, which is on the tip. Actually, I don't think it's a volcano. It's the Snæfellsfjall Josku, Snæfellsfjall Joku, and it's like 5,000 feet tall. Um, I believe it's not considered here as a map where I'm looking at, but yeah, it's massive. And it's part of the Snæfellsjokull National Park. So keep panning around. We're going to start seeing Keflavik. So here's the town of Keflavik. And then we're going to come back around. That's all of the tip of the peninsula of the Regenus Peninsula. So that's all the Regenus edge. And now we're back into the Blue Lagoon power plant, Route 43, and the Smoky volcano in front of the screen. But yeah, right now it's the gorgeous sunset. Absolutely beautiful. And visibility wise, it's super clear as we could see. Sometimes it's hard to see hard to see that Halnar area, the other peninsula by the Snæfellsjokull National Park. That's very hard sometimes to see it from here, from Keflavik or Reykjavik. It's got to be only on these clear days. And then sometimes just a little bit towards the end of that mountain, big mountain, you could sometimes see just a little bit of tip of the Westfjords, which is that horn looking, like antler looking part of the island, which is very, very high, which is beautiful though. Highly recommend going if you're coming to Iceland to hit up the West Fjords all the way north, highest part of the island, and if you go there, um, I recommend going to um, Isefjordur, which is a beautiful town with a lot of good seafood restaurants. Delicious. Isefjordur also has a airport, so if you want, you can fly from Reykjavik. If you don't want to drive, you can take a national, like a small airplane from Reykjavik, not the Keflavik International, but from Reykjavik Airport in the city, and then you can fly to Isefjordur. All right, so that's the last of that battery for the drone, and then I think I might be able to get one more flight, maybe like 10 minutes. So I'm gonna land this thing and see if I can get one more flight. If I can't get enough, then I'll just end it. But let's go get the drone and swap the battery. All right, I'm gonna get this. Which one should I use? This one, I guess. The other ones are all dead. And then tomorrow we'll try to get more batteries if I can. Let's see how much this has. The other good thing about the temperature, since it's 40 degrees out, it keeps the battery cool, and we can appreciate a little bit more flight time. So let's see how much I have for this battery. I might have 40% left. So this one's done. I gotta charge it. Take off. And we're gonna get 30% left. Let me get back to the so drone view should come up in any second now. So yeah, 12 minutes of flight time. Change the diapers. I might have to start using that. That's a good one. Every time when it beeps, it's time to change the diapers. Now, it would be interesting if I can change the beep to maybe a crying baby, and then it would all make sense. All right, so this is going to be the last battery, so the last 10 minutes of flight time, and I'm gonna wrap this live stream up, and then hopefully I can come back tomorrow and um, get a little bit more battery life, so we can do I don't know, at least 4 hours worth if I can. That would be great. And I have to also recharge my batteries. I'm not crazy tired, but I'm gonna feel it tomorrow if I don't go to sleep. The thing is, this is the best time, kind of like to get the volcano, because the day is a little bit lower in light, and you get to see more of the orange lava. So between, I would say, like 11 or 12 at night. I can't even say at night because it's daytime, but um, maybe like 11 p.m. or 12 a.m. Between those two, 11 or 12, and then throughout the early morning is kind of like the best light to get this uh, the orange lava glow. But um, if you're tuning in from if you're tuning in from the U.S., Canada, U.S., Mexico, South America, where you're getting the 5 hours behind, so it kind of works out. Um, but if you're tuning in from Europe, you're gonna probably see this. You're not gonna see it live unless you don't sleep, and um, you get to see the replay. All right, so I got 7 minutes of battery time on the drone. So if you're just tuning in or you've been on the feed, I haven't seen too many people in the chat, but make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna try to come back tomorrow or tonight, June 9th, and do another feed. Try to get it a little bit longer. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so you get the alert, I guess, or just I guess search for Iceland Live Volcano drone or something, and it might come up. All right, there it is. I still have 5 minutes left. If the beep doesn't annoy you, I can hold it to the last 2 minutes. So again, if you're just tuning in, this is the last 2 minutes of the live broadcast, and make sure to subscribe. I'll try to come back tonight again and get the drone up and continue the feed. But thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you later tonight. The volcano is still erupting in Iceland. There's one main crater, and yeah, the lava is still coming out and flowing strong. So this hasn't ended yet. All right, I'm gonna go get the drone, and that's the end of the broadcast.